Hey guys, I want to share some very simple truths about personality theory with you guys. The first one I want to share with you guys is that introversion and shyness are two very distinct things. You can be very, very shy and be an extrovert. You can be an introvert and you can have very little shyness. And this is something that a lot of people don't realize. And what's the distinction? Well, it's very simple. Shyness is the fear of judgment. Introversion is the need for less social stimulation. It's that simple. So, how does this manifest? Well, it's quite simply, even the most extroverted person can be afraid of rejection, can be afraid of judgment, can feel like an imposter. And these are things that can easily be overcome. However, you cannot overcome introversion or extroversion. You cannot change your personality, at least not in a way that doesn't drain you. So, no matter what personality you are, no matter how you function, if you want to overcome the fear of rejection, if you want to overcome shyness, you can work on it. And we have a lot of tips for that. And it's really about making certain changes in your mindset. When we want to overcome fear of rejection, we have this tendency to try to do everything we can to avoid rejection. But why? Rejection is not fatal. We make it fatal. Rejection, honestly, is experience gained. It makes us stronger. It makes us better. So we should actually be seeking out rejection. Actually, there are many challenges. I mean, on YouTube, you can see all these videos about the rejection challenge where people go up to random people and try to get rejected. They say the most stupid, outrageous things. And the cool thing about the rejection challenge is if you're actually trying to seek rejection, you'll find out that actually most times it's very hard to get rejected and fewer people will reject you than you realize. The vast majority of the times that you get rejected, it's you're rejecting yourself. And people can perceive that. So, it's never the case that someone will reject you totally. They might reject your body language, they might reject your intensity, they might reject your strategy. But these are things that you have control of. So if you tell yourself, okay, so I failed this time, let me try again. There's nothing that you can't try again. So just dust yourself up, try again, and try differently, adapt your energy. And this is something that we talk about a lot in developed development. You know, we have different personalities, and we all receive differently from different personalities. So you can be yourself, you can be true to yourself, which makes you more attractive, but you can also momentarily adapt your energy so that people lower their guard and receive you better. What else can you do? Well, turn it into a game. I mean, in your mind, you know, any game or any skill that you want to get better at, there's gonna be some challenges, there's gonna be some failure. We talk about this thing about martial arts. You know, you don't go into a martial arts class trying to avoid getting hit. I mean, that would be crazy. So, if you want to overcome the fear of rejection, you cannot do it by trying to avoid rejection. Instead, as if you were learning a martial art, learn to absorb the blow so it doesn't hurt so much and counterpunch. You know, don't make it fatal. Don't let the first time they reject you turn into a knockout. This is something that you can easily do by changing your mindset. For me, you know, I'm a very social person, I'm a very extroverted person, but I am also a person that in some situations I do suffer from fear of rejection and I do suffer from shyness. And this is something that I've been able to overcome a lot and change a lot through these exercises. And it takes time, you know, it's not something that happens overnight that, oh, from one day to another, oh, all rejection will go away. I think, to be honest, every person on earth has some fear of rejection and some fear of judgment, even the most confident people. But it's your choice whether or not you're going to let that paralyze you or whether you will take control and overcome it and realize that you're your own worst enemy. In most cases, people will not reject you. It's actually you that's rejecting yourself. And the moment you realize that, your body language will change. Your tone of voice will change. Your confidence will change. And the more confident you are, and the more confident people perceive you, the less likely they are to reject you. I mean, if we talk relationships, if we feel that someone is desperate to win us over, we feel like they'll say anything to win us over and that they will lie to us or be dishonest. And we also feel like they're not confident and resourceful, and they won't be as much of a contribution to us. In terms of business, well, if we have a salesperson that's super desperate and really will say anything to get the sale, we will not trust a single word that comes out of their mouths. But on the flip side, if someone comes out, whether in a romantic scenario or in a business scenario, with lots of confidence, good body posture, good tone of voice, and have this, authoritative energy. I mean, not dominant energy, but authoritative, like what I'm saying is the truth, and there's no reason to doubt that. That becomes attractive. And all of a sudden you have less rejection. And this is something that you actually can fake. I mean, you can practice your body language, you can play around with your energy, and you can adapt your energy to different situations. And we also see that, introverts, for example, they're more methodical, they're more, they analyze more, they think more, so they're less impulsive in many situations. So they're more likely to reject you in situations where if you were to, slow down, be less intense, they might receive you more. They will lower their guard and be more open to listen to you, be more open to accepting you. Extroverts, they're more impulsive, and they're a little bit easier to impulse. And we do talk about how to, inspire, motivate, communicate with every type of energy. And there are many simple tools you can use to become a much more effective communicator. I mean, if you know a person is motivated by adventure, make everything an adventure. If you know someone is motivated by logic, use logic, use facts. If someone is motivated by emotions, use emotions, You can use these tools to your advantage to strengthen connections, to reduce rejection, and to overall feel happy and more confident, and most importantly, feel more in control. Because one of the big challenges with overcoming fear of rejection and fear of failure, and all these, internal fears that we have, one of the biggest challenges is that we feel that we're out of control, that we do not have what it takes. So we blame every situation we can. We say, oh, we don't have the resource, we don't have the ability, we don't have the looks, we don't have this or that, instead of saying, okay, this is something that I actually have direct control of. The moment you say, I can control this, I can change this, things change. So I invite you to try to change it and see really how much you're holding yourself back, more so than others. See you soon. Thank you.